Okay class, now we will be focusing on 8.6, graphs of y equals to modulus fx, where fx is trigonometric. I believe you are still familiar with modulus graph, where we flip all the portion of the graph that is below the x-axis up. The portion that above the x-axis, we just let it remain there. Alright, so to sketch a graph of y equals to fx, simply sketch y equals to fx and reflect the portion of the graph where y less than 0 along the x-axis. Okay, simply is the same as what I mentioned earlier. So the only difficulty now is that we are dealing with trigonometric graph, trigonometric function. Okay, so we chose these two questions for good reason. One is modulus cosine x over 2 minus 1. The other one, the modulus is only applied to cosine x over 2. The minus 1 is outside. First thing first, I will need you to change the question. Okay, the question will not be changed. Just that the value, 2 pi, right, we replace it with degree 360 degree. Okay, the equivalent value is actually 2 pi radian, but since you have not learned radian mode, we will stick to 360 degree. Alright, so A and B, let's try to do them. So question A, just rewrite the question. Recall, okay, this is actually half x minus 1. So if I were to ask you what's the A, B and C, you should be able to tell me. Okay, then the A in front of cosine is 1, right? So A is 1, B between cosine and x is half, C is C 1 or negative 1? That's right, negative 1. Okay, so we will sketch the cosine x, or cosine half x minus 1 first. Then after that we will do the reflection. Take out your ruler, take out your pencil, and sketch a graph. Let me try to squeeze it in within this screen. First and foremost, most important, draw your axis, use your ruler. The question wants you to draw up to 360, so you mark out 360, mark out 180, mark out 270 and 90, and of course 0 degree, all the important points. Okay, actually it's not very even. Okay, but I'm just drawing a rough sketch. You can do a better job. So now we are supposed to sketch y equals to cosine x over 2 minus 1. So the asymptote is, the amplitude is 1. So the highest it can go is 1, right? The graph. But there's a minus 1, so the entire graph will be brought down by 1, right? So for cosine x over 2 minus 1, I'm not talking about the modulus part yet. I'm just talking about cosine x over 2 minus 1. How to draw? Okay, cosine x over 2. Cosine x over 2 will be, and how many cycles will there be in 360? How many cycles? Half a cycle in 360. How does half a cycle look like? One cycle looks like this, right? Right? So half a cycle is a downwards. It's a downwards looking, and probably end up here. So you see, I'm going to draw very lightly first to visualize what is going on. I should see. Okay, I'm drawing very lightly, I repeat, because this is not the actual graph. Okay, that's half a cycle, half a cycle. After that, what do? The graph is supposed to shift down by 1 unit because there's a -1, right? So the graph is supposed to shift down by 1 unit. So instead of -1, it will go down to -2. This will go down to 0. So I will need a new imaginary line here. The midline. Then I will draw then it's a bit off. Okay, don't make mistake, just practice. Okay, this will not be my final graph, definitely. Okay, so roughly like that. This graph over here is cosine x over 2, right? Then this graph over here is y equals to cosine x over 2 minus 1, right? Yeah, so now the entire graph will be modulus. So what does it mean? The new graph over here will be flipped upwards. Okay? So it will be flipped upwards. I need to mark out a 2 on top. Okay. Then if we flip upwards, the imaginary line will be here. Okay, I will draw in pen so that you can see it clearer. But for your case, please draw it in pencil. Okay, so it should flip this way. Okay, don't mind, I'll tilt the paper. Easier for me to draw. It will curve this way to reach 2. It will curve this way to reach 2. So let me mark out a point here. 360 and 2. I repeat, for a case, please use a pencil. Alright, so this is the graph y equals to modulus cosine x over 2 minus 1. For my case, I'm teaching you, right? So I left my graph here in pencil for you to compare. Y equals to cosine x over 2, y equals to cosine x over 2 minus 1. Then this is the actual graph. You need to draw in pencil. Okay? It hits, the highest point is 2, lowest point is 0. If you really want to double check, you can also apply the formula maximum value equals to A plus C, right? A is 1, C is minus 1. So is 0. Okay? Then something is wrong, right? But don't worry. A minus A plus C. Minus A plus C minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. Hey, why is the minimum value -2, maximum value 0? Oh, because I'm talking about, I'm referring to this graph without the modulus. Correct? So when there's a modulus, the whole thing just flip up lah. Alright? Clear? Okay. I will erase off the unwanted graph because you're not supposed to present them. Okay, so if you are now you're still confused, please rewind the video. Okay, see how we get the previous two graphs and how we flip up. Okay, after practicing a few times, right, you'll be very familiar. Okay, you don't have to do so many steps already. Once you look at the graph, oh, I've done it before. You roughly know how to draw. Okay, let's compare with part B. Okay, let's compare with part B. What's the difference? Part B. Okay, same thing first. Mark out 360, mark out 180, mark out 90, and mark out 270. Okay, mark the values down first. Then let me take a look how to do this question. Okay, in this question, I'm supposed to draw cosine x over 2 first. Y equals to cosine x over 2 minus 1. Let's focus on drawing cosine x over 2 first. Then we modulus, then we minus 1. Because the modulus is only applied to cosine x over 2. You get the idea? Okay, so draw cosine x over 2. There should be half a cosine graph. Cosine graph is like that. Half a cosine graph in 360. So, okay, again, this is not the final graph. I'm going to draw very lightly. Okay. Now I'm going to modulus it. Yeah, I'm going to modulus it. This is the graph y equals to cosine x over 2, correct? After modulusing it, after modulusing it, right, what will it look like? Okay, see the top part remain, the bottom part flip up. So it will look like this. This should be symmetrical. Okay, this should be symmetrical. Okay, so now I erase the previous graph. If you are confused, rewind and watch again. Now this new graph will be called y equals to cosine x over 2 modulus. But now if I want to bring the graph down by 1 unit minus 1, how will it look like? At first highest point is 1. Now you bring down by 1 unit. The highest point will be 0. At first the lowest point is 0. Now the lowest point will be 0 minus 1 will be here. So the shape will remain, just that I minus 1 unit downwards. So let me flip. It's like a bird, right? Or an open book. Now bring it down. The wings of a bird. Okay. Once again, you are supposed to draw in pencil. This graph is y equals to cosine x over 2. Modulus first, then you minus 1. Bring down minus 1. Bring down by 1 unit. Erase off the unwanted graph. And that's it. Okay, that's it. If you need more time, please pause the video. Okay, homework will be further practice. Further practice solution will be posted at a later date. Please let me know. Please let Mr. Liu know which question you need me to go through. If you can get all the answers at the bottom, okay, then I may not need to post every single questions. Okay, So please let me know through either WhatsApp or post a question, post a comment, which question further practice 8.4 to 8.6 do you want me to go through. Okay, that's all for this portion.